contribute monthly or do you want to contribute once off?
Okay.
So a monthly, you choose between 2,500, 3,500 or 5,000 rand a month.
Okay.
That you pay monthly.
Yeah.
When you take a layer monthly is of Limana, you then do the once-off option. So once-off option is anything from 10 to 100,000 rand.
Okay.
Remember I was telling you, if you more than 100,000, then you directly with M5.
Yes.
But lava 100,000, more than 100,000 M5. So depending on where you stand, you can make a choice here.
So as much as you think it's 10,000, pay it once, and then you get your shares, and then you are part of this on a quarterly basis. Your dividends is paid, and you must know what it's a property, a capital value upon it is what you. It might not happen overnight, but if there's an investment, let's look at the 10,000 rand. I can spend the 10,000 rand, and I'm starting to say to Jay, ibonus yakho ngoJanuary hey bonus manje ngoJanuary uzobe kuthi you January January this January. So wouldn't you rather take the 10,000 rand and put it into something, or is it it's going to give you something to
Pull your funds together with other members, right? And then you take that money and then you invest in it, right? So we, from an N5 point of view, we find the properties on your behalf, right? And then you guys invest in it, right? We manage the running of the property, the risk involved in the property, and you only have to worry about getting 50% under.
So if you are looking to get started in property investments, but you either don't have the time or the skills or the resources or the money that's required to get started in property investments, you can join Sakhisizwe Property Stokvel, which is basically a means to get started in really good property investment opportunities that give returns of no less than 15% per annum. We have decided that as Stokvel members, we are not going to be doing any of the hard work that are required with property investments. We don't want to reinvest the wheel or make expensive property mistakes, and hence we have partnered with M5 Property Addicts, which are our investment partner of choice. They source the property opportunities, we invest with them, we get paid on a monthly basis, and these returns are paid out on a monthly basis. We use an app called Stokvel, which you can download from your app store or on www.stokvel.com and join, and then request to join Sakhisizwe Property Stokvel. You can get started from as little as 2,500 rand a month, or for a once-off fee of 10,000 rand a month, once-off investment of 10,000 rand a month. And then once that happens, we pull out the funds across all the various groups that we've got. We make an investment, and our investments are across 4 regions: in Pretoria, in Joburg, Cape Town, and Durban. And it's different types of properties, from student accommodation, developments, blocks of flats, any commercial, retail, office. So we're spoiled for choice in terms of the properties that we can invest in.
Hi guys, so M5 is a company that helps people that don't have the time, the skills, or the money to do property by themselves. So we help those guys to get into property. So I'm Rieta from M5 Property Addicts. And this is CJ.
Yeah, so I think when we started off, we had a lot of investors that would invest on many projects with big amounts of money, 100,000 and above, and we were offering returns on them. But in the same communities, there was lots of people that would ask us would they contribute in small amount of money or a low amount of money. And there was a big need for us to actually start the Stokvel because that's what most people in our community could relate to.
Just something more affordable for that any person out there can do, so anyone can invest.
Everyday people.
Yeah, everyday people.
People like me.
Yeah.
And we struggled a little bit to understand how the Stokvel works, and eventually we go through to understand it, and this is how actually the Stokvel was created.
Yeah.
Right?
Was a solution for people coming to us and asking for, they love the properties we do, but how can they get involved?
Yeah. And to date now, there's quite a lot of people that have jumped on, signed on, and we are privileged actually for the fact that we're now working with Stokvel, which is an app, and we're in the digital world now. People utilize this app to sign on. It is a transparent application. People can sign on irrespective of where they are sitting in South Africa. Besides signing on, they are also able to see all of
everything that's going on.
Yeah, all of their other contributors, how much they're contributing. They can also see how much they're contributing, how much the group is contributing. And over and above that, you can actually see how the group is performing. And that actually gives you an indication of how the Stokvel is performing.
But I mean, even before that, so that's great once people sign up, but the idea is to pull money together from a lot of people, and as soon as there's enough money, that money gets invested into M5 Property Addicts properties. So that's how we work together.
Yeah.
So we formed a partnership between the two that's like a win-win for both of us, right?
Yeah.
So we have investors for our properties, and they get a really good return on their money every single month. And we pay out that money monthly.
Correct. So in a nutshell, we're getting people to contribute, ordinary people, they contribute via the Stokvel, and over and above the Stokvel, we move that money into a property, and rental comes in. We are doing all the management, we are doing all the work on that particular property, and our Stokvel members then get to live and enjoy the returns of this particular property. Returns are communicated to people before the money is withdrawn out of the app, and over and above that, we then distribute this income on a monthly basis, and this is a true testimony of passive income.
Yeah, exactly. So, and I mean, this is specifically the typical guys that invest with that are people that has 9-to-5 jobs, so they don't have the time.
Yeah.
It's guys that have a little bit of extra money every month, and they want to grow that money.
Yeah.
So those are the typical people that will invest with us.
Yeah. Cool.
So that's how Sakhisizwe and M5 works together.
Yeah. A win-win.
So a lot of people today actually have asked me as well, what do you give? How much is the percentage? And how does that work? So how that works is that we always will give a minimum of 15% per year, right? So if you contributed 2,500, you times that by 15%, divided by 12, and that's what you get every single month. Yeah. So if you invested in October and we took the money into a property in October, you start getting that amount from November, right? Now remember, that's every month thing. So month 1, you've contributed 2.5, so you get your money on 2.5.
Yeah.
Month 2, you've now contributed 5,000. So now you're getting that percentage on 5,000. And then it goes on like that, 7.5, 10, and it grows over time on your actual returns that you get. So we pay that back into your Stokvel account, and you can decide to withdraw it. You can also decide to reinvest your return, right? Which is actually powerful, because we only do that for Sakhisizwe. that they can on a monthly basis reinvest their money, their returns, back into something, which means that the money is now compounding, which is very, very powerful.
Correct. So it's really making their money really work hard for them. You know, their initial contributions and then the money that is now come out of that money, which is the compound effect. Yeah.
Just grows from there.
And real estate allows you to do that.
Yeah, people have also been asking me, but how do you do this? 15%. We buy properties at a very low value. So we need money for renovations. That's why people invest, because we need money for renovation.
Yeah.
We buy distressed properties. Now, distressed properties for normal people means vandalized, neglected, those sort of things. So it's troubled properties. It's not easy to do. And that's where you make money, is when you do these difficult things. But we know, we've been doing it for 3 years now, so we know how to do it. So in that, the property value is already more, your rental is more, so your expenses compared to your rental income, we're not making 15%, we're making more than that.
Yeah.
So we can give that 15% to people. Then I've had questions about, but what about tenants not paying? So we do multi-families. So if we have 30 tenants in a place and one person doesn't pay and I need to evict him, that's fine. I also do rental insurance. We rent out some of our properties with HouseMe. HouseMe has a rental insurance. The other day, actually, one of our tenants had some issues. He was out of the country and he didn't pay. Not because he was bad, he's been paying very well for a long time, but he had issues that month.
Yeah.
But then what HouseMe did is the next minute I get a ping, sorry, your tenant didn't pay, but here's your rental. So they will pay for 3 months on insurance your rental amount every month.
Yeah.
We also insure some of our properties with Expello, and they do exactly the same thing. So we have insurance, but we also have multiple families, which manages that risk of being able to pay the percentage. And obviously, as always, our investors get paid first.
Correct. And that's how it becomes a win-win solution.
For everybody.
Cool.